Scene one, take one.
All right, so how's everybody doing today? This is going to be our new little video program as we work on this distance learning. Today, since we're working on 103, we are going to talk about measuring your cutting fluid with a refractometer. Now, what is a refractometer, you might ask? And that's a very good question. It measures how light refracts within a solution. So light goes through water at a certain refraction rate, and I think that's what, 1.0?
Yes, 1 to 1.
So it's a 1-to-1 refraction rate. Most everything's based off of water when it comes to solutions. And with coolant, they use a refractometer to measure how viscous it is, what its viscosity is. With machine coolant, every machine coolant manufacturer has its own viscosity level, but almost always it's between 6 and 8. And that means you're shooting for 7 on your refractometer. So what you want to do is you want to take the refractometer like this. Looks like this. Can you see it? All right. Cool. You put a couple of drops of coolant right here, and you put that over the top. It spreads the coolant along that blue surface, and then you would look up into it to see the scale. Now, you also have a fine adjustment so you can see the scale even better if your eyesight's failing you like it does me every time. So, so let's go ahead and do that. You just need a couple of drops of your solvent or of your solution. And then you would press it down like that, make sure it's all nice and spread out, and then you would look up into it. And right now what I'm getting is 4, which is not enough. You need a little bit more. So I'd put a little bit more coolant into the water, mix it up, and I think that would be perfect. Now in our automatic coolant dispenser, it mixes the water and the oil up at the same time. So you would just check it right there at the dispenser to see what that level is, and you might need to increase the oil level a little bit or decrease it a little bit depending on what your refractometer reading is. So let's see if you can't see it. See if we can get it over there. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is really hilarious. So do you see how there is a blue and then there's a white? And at that line, between those two lines, is where you would measure that. That's how you know what your brick scale is. Right now it's running around 4%. Okay, so that's it. It's that simple. And you need to make sure that you're always checking your coolant level after every shift, and you're checking what its refraction rate is, because if you leave coolant in there that's mostly water and doesn't have enough oil in there, you're going to rust up the machine real bad, or you're going to rust up your parts, and you don't want that. So make sure after you use it, you always clean it off, okay? That's it, man. I hope y'all are having a good time.